Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we have the head soccer coach for St. Teresa's Academy, and she has two of her seniors on that have graduated, and we're gonna have a little discussion about their senior year, what it took for them to build their skill set to the highest level in the sports, and as a term I use in basketball, coach, the ball is in your court.
Thank you. I'm Mollie Welch. I'm the head soccer coach at St. Teresa's Academy. I've got two of our seniors here with me today. I've got Mollie Pllas and Carlie Duus. So what we're going to discuss today is kind of your thoughts and reflections about this past season. And then we'll go back and we'll kind of start back at the beginning of you guys getting into soccer and kind of talk about how it's progressed to where you are today, especially since you're both getting ready to go play in college, starting up this fall. So why don't we start with Carlie? If you want to kind of share your thoughts on kind of this season, maybe start with your feelings prior to the season starting, and then kind of go into how the season progressed from there.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to having you as a coach for the first year. You being like, this is your first year as the head coach since I've been assistant. I was really looking forward to that. Thought it was going to be like a really fun new change. I thought you'd do a great job with it. So that was like one thing I was really looking forward to. And I was also looking forward to going in as like a leader for the first year, as instead of being an underclassman, having like a role as a senior. And as the season progressed, you could feel the energy and like the tension as you knew like the coronavirus was starting up. There's a lot of like unease going into it, but we remained pretty hopeful, I would say. Like everyone was really supportive and still trying, like at tryouts, we all still like worked hard and kind of put it like, didn't even think about it. But yeah, that was kind of my attitude going into it.
And then obviously, going into spring break, we kind of knew coming back that we're going to have that 2-week gap, mainly because you guys were traveling for spring break. So we're going to do that 2-week quarantine. And we were pretty optimistic at that point that we would see it 2 weeks after spring break. So what were kind of your thoughts going into that, leading into spring break, and then obviously not returning after spring break?
Yeah, well, my main focus was staying in shape during spring break. That was the whole thing I thought about the entire time, because I wasn't going anywhere. So I'd pretty much be in my room the whole time, not working out. So that was just, I didn't even consider that we would be going back. Like we wouldn't even be going back. Like when we first found out that school was off for 2 weeks, I was like, oh, sweet. 2-week break, like extended vacation, yay. And then it ended up being canceled the rest of the time. And yeah, it was really disappointing. It was very surprising.
I'd like to know how did it feel, not just you being revved up for that, from a retrospective standpoint, how did it feel you being a senior and seeing the season come to an end like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Emotionally.
There's so much hype around like your senior season. Like your past 3 years have built up for you to become the player that you are now. So it's definitely a huge letdown. It's kind of disappointing. It's like there's no really grand finale. Like you don't get a final game. You don't get a senior night. But you also have to understand that there's much bigger fish to fry. Like you can't be mad at the situation because the situation makes sense, which is another frustrating part of it. Like you can't blame anyone because there's no one to blame. It's a pandemic. You can't do anything about it. So it's mostly just disappointing and what ifs. Like what if we had this? Would we have won state? Stuff like that.
What did your parents have to say to you?
They were sad. My mom wrote me a little card. She was like, I'm so sorry. She slid it under my door. Yeah, but I'm excited because my little sister is going to be an incoming freshman, so I'll be able to come back and watch the games.
Excellent. Coach?
Yeah, Mollie, what about you? What were some of your thoughts there going into the season? And then once the pandemic hit, kind of emotional, physical attributes that happened after that?
So I was so excited to like play with like all my friends and stuff like the last season and get ready for college basically. I was really like that was supposed to be like my like get ready. This is where like I am now and this is where I want to be later kind of like my like setting point almost. And like I was super pumped and really disappointed too because like just like we didn't get to go back at all. And so I was like, oh, like, oh well. But I don't know. I was ready to like make some new records and stuff. I really wanted to be a leader, like Carlie said and stuff, and just kind of show like the kind of person I am on and off the field too. So yeah.
Carlie, I didn't mention per se, you know, Cascade Sports is home of the student athlete, the academic part of also as well as the sports part. And as I talked to Coach off camera, a lot of athletes are noted by their athletic prowess and what have you. And there are quite a few athletes that we've interviewed now are saying that and want the public to understand they're more than the game that they play. There's more to who I am than the soccer player or the basketball player. What's your thoughts on that and your thoughts on education and specifically the type of education that you received at St. Teresa's?
So I felt like for me at least, I kind of got to prove myself a little bit of like what kind of person I am outside the game just because I won a community service award in like the winter and stuff. So that kind of like showed everyone that I'm more than just like a soccer player and stuff too. So I'm like glad I got to be able to do that and get presented that award. But like especially going to St. Teresa's Academy, like it shows me like so it's so cheesy, but like our sisterhood and stuff. But like that really like makes
that's real
me,
though. It's
yeah,
cheesy,
no,
but it's real.
yeah. It just really shows like I feel like I can make more of a difference, like having different like standards and stuff, like just by going to STA. Like I feel like I'm like a leader. Oop, sorry. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
you're good to go.
I feel like I just feel like more like empowered to become a better like leader in general, like on and off the field. Like I feel really motivated like by everything that STA has taught me and stuff too.
How about you,
And
Carlie?
I'm grateful for that, like being able to go to STA as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with Mollie. My favorite parts of my time at STA have been a lot of soccer, but they've also been so much of my academic career there. My biggest accomplishment today is getting into the college that I'm going to and being able to attend it. And
where's that at?
Grinnell College.
Tell our audience where that's at. We don't know.
It's in Grinnell, Iowa. Yeah, I am beyond thrilled to go there. I'm so excited. It's my biggest accomplishment getting in, and I don't think I could have done it without Emily pushing me and all my like academic counselors and teachers.
What position do you play?
Center forward.
All right.
This program was brought to you by DiCapo's Cookies. Support your local bakers.
I stand at the top. I get the ball. I do a little skill, go around, and shoot and score. Hopefully.
You a shooter?
Yes.
you got a leg on you?
I do.
All right. In pitching they say you got a rocket arm. You got a rocket leg. What kind of scoring did you do in the past season?
Well, not any this season, but the past I think I had
last season
I think I had either 6 or 9. I know it was divisible by 3. I think 9, 6. I'm not sure.
All right, this is what I want to switch gears real fast on both of y'all. Tell our audience how long you've been playing and run them coaches and them parents down who help you get where you are, because that was a lot of daggone practices and a lot of driving and a lot of, hey, I got some other things to do, but I got to take my daughter. Run that down.
I can go first. Okay. So I've been playing since I was 3, and both of my parents were actually professional ballet dancers. So originally, that's what I was I was enrolled in. I was taking ballet classes, and I was like, no, this is not this is not for me. So I've just stuck with soccer since then. I've just always
What was it like? I'm saying, you know, as I talked to Coach about the Urban Core, because we represent the Urban Core per se, they don't get as much pizzazz. A lot of the girls in the Urban Core, when y'all play a Central, well, y'all don't play no Central, I don't think, or some of the Urban Core schools, those girls, they don't know nothing. They know about soccer, but they don't have the same skill set as you have because you've been playing since you were young, and you just didn't play for the school. You wound up playing in the summer for clubs, which help you take your skill set to another level. And what we're trying to do, not only interview you, we want to try to show the public there's more to it than talent to reach the highest levels of high school soccer. And by you telling your story, what you've been playing since you was 3 or 4 years old, and you continue to play right through your senior year in high school to go to college, that if the Urban Core, which Cascade tries to represent, if you want to have athletes of your caliber and Mollie's calendar, these are the type of things that you have to put in place. So go ahead and run it down from when you started off at 3, some of the clubs, some of the coaches, to where you at right now.
So until I was about I would say 10, I played on a very low level rec team. I played for Brookside. It was mostly I played on their recreational team, so it was pretty much for fun with like my classmates, co-ed, stuff like that. And then when I turned 10, I got on my first club team, which was run by a very spirited Jamaican man, Carl Forrester. He made us so good. Any talent I have is from him. He's crazy good. He was an excellent coach. He made us run, the Paseo stairs, those huge. Yeah. We would have to run those 24 times, and if we stopped and threw up, we would have to start over. So that was something. And I played for him for, I think, 4 years. And then I switched over my freshman year to play with Chris Thompson, who is amazing. He's so much fun. He's a great coach.
These are clubs, right?
So with Carl Forrester, I played for Brookside. And then when I switched over my freshman year, I played for FC Casey, which is now KCAC.
But at the same time, during the school year, you were playing for who?
I was playing for St. Teresa's.
Excellent. All right. Good.
For high school.
How many people off of your club teams went to St. Teresa's?
0.
Zero?
Well, for my Kansas City, the one I was on this year, the club I play for like currently, well, not anymore, in the past, 0.
All right. And what you just got a little brief sniff of Coach because she just came. How'd you feel her ability was on coaching you?
I think she's
on a 1 to 10. What's her? What did you see in her game plan and how she was trying to begin to shape the team?
Well, I've had her for 3 years as an assistant coach. She hasn't been like the head coach, but she's been amazing. She's tough, but she's so nice. It's so fun. She makes it competitive, but a really good environment. I think she's going to be an amazing head coach. I'm really upset that we missed out on it this year.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, when you come home, it's nothing like because I was an athlete 50 years ago. It's nothing like coming home and from college and giving your head coach a shout out. Hey, coach, I'm home. How's things going? Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget that. who's been a mentor in your personal life?
Me or
You.
Emily? Okay. I would have to say my parents. That's kind of cheesy, but
And
they
what's
pushed
their names? Give them the shout out. People don't know who they are.
Sean Duus and Lauren Wright, them being athletes themselves and playing professionally has definitely pushed me. They definitely know their stuff. They know how to deal with soreness and push through.
How about on the I'm saying you more than the athlete. How about on the academic side and you developing as a young lady?
Sure, yeah. Well, I had a sophomore English teacher, Robert Tanis. He works at KU now. He was an incredible teacher. He completely if you've ever had a teacher that completely changes your perspective on reading and just analyzing the world, that's him. He just completely shifted it and promoted so much creativity.
And that's what I'm trying to talk about. The people that helped really shaped you. I know in college, I took kinesiology like 3 times. There was a Dr. Lewis who was over the phys ed department. She really shaped me to a degree. I thought people just were smart. I didn't know you had to study. And so, Mollie, run it down. You know the drill.
Okay, so I also started playing soccer when I was like 3 because I have an older sister, Mollie Pllas, love her. She played soccer also, and I was like, okay, I want to be like my older sister. I want to play soccer too. So my mom started coaching us first, Erin Pllas, and my sister first. And then that was just like rec pretty much. And then my mom kind of realized that we probably needed some more competition. And we joined like an actual club team, Quest, for and my coach was Greg Hibbler. And I was probably like 7 or 8, I think. And that's when we started going to like Heartland and OP and all there, like the big places to play and stuff like that.
What was your feelings? What was your Can you take yourself back how you was feeling when you first entered really sports and you were going seeing other athletes your age and competition? What was that like in your mind?
For me, I just like wanted to be competitive, and I like wanted to like get dirty, honestly. Like I just wanted to like have
fun. Was you rough and ready, or was you so smooth?
Yeah, I was ready to get in there. But
you have some players that they're more savoir-faire, they're more technical, and then you have some that's like, you say, you describe yourself, I'm in here, get by me, I'm ready to do the daggone thing.
Yeah. And then after I played for Greg Hibbler for Quest, I probably switched to Futura, which is now KCAC, what Carlie played for. And before that was KC Athletics. They switched their name a lot. But I moved to Futura to play with a guy named Goran Karadzov, and he used to coach for the Comets, the indoor soccer league. And I switched to their team like 8th grade, end of 8th grade. Well, Greg kind of just stopped coaching and stuff, and he was kind of focusing on family and like all that. So like, and I just kind of wanted to, like more competition also probably, and just get to a different level in my play. So, and like at the time, whenever I was Quest, Futura was like our rivals. So like I was like, okay, I need to like step up my game, like kind of mentality. And then so our team was Vardar, and I loved that team. We had so much fun, and Goran kind of like, he pushed me to like a new level, and like he is probably like one of like the big reasons of like what player I am today, just because like he's really tough and like I don't know, he just really pushed me.
What position do you play?
Well, I don't have a specific position, because I'll play anywhere you put me. Like I normally play outside mid, center mid, outside back.
Would you
Kinda.
consider yourself a defensive player skill-wise or offensive player skill-wise?
I guess offensive, probably, wouldn't you say, Emily? Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Speed with you? Can you turn them legs?
Yeah. I guess I'm pretty fast, I think. I'm like scrappy, I guess is a good word you could say.
Coach is nodding her head. Rough and ready.
And so then pretty much I played with Gorin for about 6 years, and we won state cup 4 years in a row. And we ended up, then we switched the name, so then it became KC Athletics and then FC KC or whatever. But and then during that time I was playing with him, we went to state and we won state, and then we went to regionals and we won regionals, so we got regional jackets and medals and stuff. And
How
then
did that feel?
It was the best feeling in the world. Like all of us felt like we were on top of the world. We were like, okay, now we're gonna go get those national rings, like we're gonna get stuff done. Like we were like, it was like a little family, like honestly. And then we went to nationals and we ended up getting second in nationals.
How did that feel?
It was, in the moment, kind of sad because
Any tears?
Yeah, lots of tears. But just because like we lost in overtime in like the 97th minute on like a fluke goal, and we were playing defense the whole time and stuff. So like, and there was like 5 games before that we played that team already and beat them 3-2. And so like we were like, okay, we want to like win this and stuff. And it was just like devastating, but also like really like empowering for me that we came from state all the way to Texas to go to nationals and stuff like that and make it this far.
Yeah, my next question was, what did you learn from that powerful loss?
So I learned to like just like take everything in while it's there, honestly, and like be grateful for the opportunities that I had to get me to there and stuff. Excellent.
That's part of that student athlete. It's to me, when one goes to college, regular college students, they get the campus feel and they get all of that, but it's nothing like representing your school and that team and the atmosphere that you get being a college athlete in that college. I meant to say a high school athlete in that high school athletics. It's just accelerated. I'm thinking about you going to UMKC now. It just is accelerated when you just go into that next level. And it's similar, but it's different. The competition gets really serious at the college level. So, Coach, talk about a little bit of your history, because I hadn't done my daggone homework. What can I say? That you've been at St. Teresa's for how many years, and your rise to the head coaching position?
Yeah, I've been with the soccer program there. This would have been season number 10. So assistant for 9 years, and then just took over as head coach last summer. I'm also an alum of the school, so that's kind of how I got involved with coaching there. Is right out of college, the head coach and the assistant coach were still the coaches that I had played for, so they reached out and said, hey, do you want to come out and be a volunteer goalkeeper coach in your spare time? So I said, sure, why not? Because when you hang up the boots after college, you miss it so much and you want to still stay involved somehow. So for me, it was just kind of a natural transition to go into coaching. So I did that for that first season, and then thought, hey, why not go try it at the collegiate level for a little bit? So spent a season out east coaching a D3 college out there, which if you're familiar with the college coaching game, especially at the D3 level, there's not a whole lot of money there. So I moved home pretty quickly just because finance-wise I couldn't afford to stay out east on that kind of a salary.
What part of East were you at?
I was in upstate New York.
I think I told you I'm from New York.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I'm from New York City. Went to school in the Bronx, right over by Yankee Stadium. That was back in the '60s. Uh, but a little man wakes you up in the morning on the East Coast, says $10, please, just to wake up over here.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
everything is super expensive, even upstate, I would think.
Yes, it was. I'm thankful that I did it for the experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat. But if I hadn't come home, then I probably wouldn't be coaching at St. Teresa's now. So everything happens for a reason, that's for sure. So moved home, picked up the phone, and said, "Hey, can I help you coach again?" And they said, "Yeah, absolutely," and have been helping out ever since.
How do you view yourself in your position and on a reminiscing point of view? Because it's nothing like looking at a girl and remember that was me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that the school and the soccer program gave me so much in life that I care less how many games we win in a season. It's my goal is strictly to give these girls what I was given when I went there, and try and give them that same experience. That way, it can just keep carrying on. It's fun. I mean, you see them out there every day, and you miss it. You miss being that free spirited high school kid with not a whole lot of responsibilities in the world, and just going out there and having fun and practicing and trying to get better and trying to get to that next level if you want to.
What were you able to do for your seniors? Were you able to do anything special for them?
We have not. We're hoping to once we're able to get graduation scheduled. It just got postponed a little bit here. So we're trying to do something in the form of kind of like a senior night celebration for them if we can around graduation. We're trying hard to get them something, to give them some sort of recognition, because they all deserve it. They've worked so hard.
All right. Well, and wrapping this up, Carlie, do you have any parting words for St. Teresa's alum? Parting words for young freshmen, what to do, what not to do, and a shout out to anyone that you want to give that shout out to.
Yeah. My advice for the freshmen and any freshman: walk on the right side of the hall. Be confident. You're gonna figure yourself out. Don't stress out about it. It'll be okay. The world keeps turning. No one cares if you fall down the stairs. It's okay. It's life. You'll be fine. Shout out to all the coaches I've had: Chris Thompson, Carl Forrester, Carlos McField. You guys have been great. And of course, my parents, Sean Duus and Lauren Wright. And my little sister, Lila Duus. She's gonna be a freshman. Super scary. She's old. It's gross. I'm even older. It's grosser. And shout out to Emily. It's been a great 4 years.
Excellent. All right, Mollie, ball is in your court.
So my advice to the freshmen is don't be scared of the upperclassmen. They're not that scary. And just like be yourself and have fun and like just take it all in while you can, because we never know when we're gonna have another pandemic. So but and then shout out to my mom and my dad, Aaron and Joe Pllas, and my older sister, Maggie Pllas, some coaches, Goran Karadzov, Vladko Andanaski, Robert Palmer, and Lucas. I don't know how to say his last name. It's so hard. Oh, Rodriguez. Sorry. Yeah, and Emily, of course.
All right. Hey, Coach, what's your parting words for the student body, your seniors, and the team that you're about to inherit for 2021?
Yeah, I'd like to start with our senior class. It's obviously a huge thank you for all the hard work and dedication you guys have put in the last 4 years, both on and off the field. Our season's pretty condensed, so I know it's pretty demanding to try and balance both soccer and academics in those 3 months, especially normal senior year activities going on with spring breaks and proms and all that kind of stuff. And I'm truly sorry that you guys missed out on those senior year activities. I mean, it's hard to put into words, because you guys deserve to have those fun moments for all the things that you've done over the years. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys big time next year. So don't be strangers. I tell you to go into the college experience with that same advice that you're given the high school freshmen now. Just be a sponge and absorb it. It's the next 4 years are going to fly by, and then before you know it, you're going to be in the real world, which you're so ready to grow up at that age. But let me tell you what, enjoy those next 4 years of college while you can, because the real world hits hard, and it hits hard. Not that it's not got its fun moments by any means, not to scare you off by that, but just enjoy it. As for the next year's class, I'm super excited. They've had some great leaders over these last couple of years to look up to and to learn from. And we're graduating, like, I think 7 or 8 seniors this year, but I mean, our junior and our sophomore class are massive, and there's a lot of talent there. So I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, don't be strangers. Come back and support them. We're big on alums at St. Teresa. So anytime you guys call, you're always welcome to come up there.
Hey, Coach and girls, we really appreciate having you on the show. And as we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.